don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Alright, I just watched the movie Lightyear, and I was excited to watch this movie when I first heard about it because I assumed it was the true story, the fictional story about the fictional toy from Toy Story. So I thought it was going to be really interesting, someone in the same universe. That's what I assumed. I thought it was going to be basically the Buzz Lightyear of that universe, the man who became famous and became a toy. That's what I assumed. However, this movie, it has nothing to do with Toy Story. His toy is based off his final suit. However, they've been lost to Earth several hundreds of years in the future because this movie went far beyond topics like, if anyone who hears me rant about movies that feature time travel and things like that, I complain about them constantly. But honestly, for this being a kid's movie, it featured time travel, it featured space, it featured all these things which normally are done terribly in, well, films in general. But here, not only did they nail the concept of time travel when you're traveling at the speed of light, like the theory, what was it? Einstein came up with that. You can always move forward in time. So Buzz Lightyear was remaining basically what 4 minutes was to him was 4 years on the planet after they got stranded there. All these little concepts go far beyond a child's concept, or at least that's what I assumed. But this is the type of kids should be seeing, because this is very, well, scientific. There are a lot of scientific aspects to it, instead of, oh, they're in space, they're going light speed, and that's that. I was wondering how they were going to do the twist with honestly, the first time they mentioned the Zurg, I forgot that he had that, I knew he had a villain, but I forgot his name was Zurg, and I kept thinking of StarCraft. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of aspects from movies, like the music almost sounds like Star Wars, all the terminology sounds Star Trek, it's like everything thrown into one, and honestly, I felt like it was very well done. I absolutely loved the movie, just because of the concepts. The story was predictable, but still nice, and I did like the fact that they went, because I remember in the Toy Story movies when Zurg basically says, "I'm your father," and then they start playing catch, and I'm like, are they going to feature something like that? How are they going to answer that from Toy Story? But they honestly kind of did a good job about that. I was a big fan, like when they mastered the light speed. It just, that's one of the things. It's predictable, but at the same time, I don't want to spoil it, and I'm normally big on spoilers. I enjoyed that. I was like, okay. It wasn't. They weren't going to cop out they weren't going to rip off Star Wars more than just primarily the music and a few little things here and there. Because the one thing that really bothered me was basically the R2-D2 moment of the very end, where the droid the cat plugs himself into the ship and nothing but his head swiveling around. I was just like, yeah, that's Star Wars right there. I enjoyed that. It just, the whole crew dynamic is kind of like the Star Wars crew or Guardians of the Galaxy type of crew. They don't get along. They're all weird, and they just mesh in the end just because they have to. The Buzz's arc is actually enjoyable, and it's fun to watch as he matures. It is, because it's tragic to watch as everyone's living their lives around him, as he's literally just lived probably 2 days in his best friend's entire life. So he's trying to be what he was with his best friend, and he loses her in the process. And yeah, I really did like this movie. I definitely want to watch this movie again. Definitely. I wasn't expecting to actually enjoy this movie. I wanted to watch it, I know, but I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, because Disney lets me down all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Disney has been repetitive over and over again. Even though this was kind of repetitive, at the same time, it was a good mixture of all these different science fiction and all these different fantasies, because let's face it, Star Wars is a space fantasy. It just meshed into one that just seemed to work. I mean, I felt like there was a Starship Troopers type of well, I guess the suits itself could be Starship Troopers, or it could be Doom, or there's so many little aspects to the story that being on a hostile planet where the plants were killing them off, and they had to. It kind of reminded me of Pitch Black. I liked the movie. All right, I can't say that enough. I think I just am so surprised that I liked it. That's what's really bothering me. I am surprised that I liked it. I was going in basically thinking this is going to be another Disney's kids movie. It's the same thing as everything else. And then me as a nerd, a sci-fi nerd going in, I'm like, I get this reference. I understand this reference. I get this. I get this. I get this. Maybe for other people, it's just going to be like, meh. But I got something out of it. I got something more out of it than I guess most people, especially time travel. Oh my gosh, that was amazingly well done. Because I love the Back to the Future movies, and I will complain about how they did the concept of time travel to this day. I will constantly complain about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure after I sleep on it, I'll find like a few loopholes here and there on time travel, but yeah, great movie. Great movie. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!